So I got a request from Mrs. Brown for a napkin holder. My wife rarely makes requests of my time in the shop, so when she does, I like to bring it to the top of the list and get it done for her. So I think I've got all of the dimensions worked out. Should be pretty simple. It's actually just a box without a lid. I've got this beautiful piece of walnut here, and let's go ahead and get it cut to size. That's probably a little thick for a napkin holder, so we'll take a few passes on the planer and get it down to around 3/8 of an inch. So it only took about 84 years at the planer, but our chunky boy is now looking good. Alright, so I said that I want this 2 pieces at 8 inches and 1/8 and 2 pieces at 8 inches and 7/8. And if my former math teacher is watching this video, they will tell you not to rely on my math. And here is my box making sled. You've seen me use this one or one similar to it. You've seen me do this before, and I think it'll make more sense if we just go through it. And I got a stop block set up here at 8 1/8 of an inch. That is a close cut. That's the last of the board. So I was super close on the board measurements. Now that we've got all the wood cut and dimensioned, we can go on to sanding and assembly. She said walnuts out. What does she mean, walnuts out? Walnut is the single most beautiful domestic hardwood. She said walnuts for old people. Walnuts out. That's fine. I got this. I love walnut. I think it's a beautiful wood. I'm also a really big fan of being married. So we've actually used this technique on this show before to make a design on walnut with bleach, and I'll put a link up over here someplace to that video. What I'm doing right now is I'm taping off the joints so that they don't get bleached. I don't think the bleach will affect it, but I don't want to mess with the glue adhesion. Okay, and now the process really couldn't be any simpler. We're using regular old household bleach. Got my gloves on. I think I can use foam brushes. If I can't, we'll find that out pretty fast. Now it just goes on wet. Kind of fun. You actually get to see what the walnut would have looked like had we oiled it. And my thought process for this was that I was going to do the inside, and then I was going to glue this box together, and then it'll be able to do the outside. I think that will be the easiest way to do this. Those of you who have been watching the show for a while know that my predictions of what will be the easiest do not always hold to be accurate. We shall see. Even in our destruction we're shining here. We get to see the beauty of this as we're about to destroy it. I'll put this over here. All right, so we went ahead and let that sit on there for about 30 minutes. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit this with my heat gun. It's not a requirement, but I feel like it accelerates the process. Turn it on to high, 750, and we'll see what that does to the walnut. So I think you should be able to see a difference now between the right side here and the left side there. Well, we've done it, folks. Look at us. We've gotten rid of all that deep, rich, beautiful walnut grain and color. Congratulations, everybody. Mark this up as a win. This is the bleached walnut, and I went ahead and put a dab of polyurethane on there just so you can kind of see what it will look like when it's finished. I want to know if it's too light for you. Oh, here, and here's what it used to look like.
Brown. No, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too light at all.
You don't?
No.
The other thing is, because we put on bleach, it raises the grain, so it's fine now, it's all dry. So if you touch this, you can feel the grains kind of raised up.
I like it. It's like a beech wood.
I was gonna sand this.
No, I like it.
I was gonna sand this down
No,
and make
I
it...
like it. It's pretty.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So we won't sand that down.
No.
We'll just put a finish on
Right.
there.
Exactly.
And then we'll bleach the outside.
Please.
But I'll do that once it's assembled because I might have to, you know, sand it all together once we do the miters, and we don't want to have it too smooth on the outside.
As long as it doesn't look brown. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, so we're not going to sand that. We're just going to leave that grain all raised up because it's rustic and beachy. If you've never assembled a box with packing tape, be prepared to have your life be so much easier. It's been a while since I used my glue brush. Now, if we were putting solid wood for the bottom of this, we would not want to glue inside this groove. Since we're using plywood, plywood is mostly dimensionally stable, so we can just put a thin bead of glue all the way down this groove and give this box a little extra support. Now, if I know my wife, she would probably like it if the miters weren't tight, but I think that's just a bridge too far for me. Let's make sure we get nice, tight. All right, so we got glue squeeze out here. We take just a drinking straw here. We cut an angle on it. And then we should just be able to go straight down. I don't know where this trick came from, but I've seen Sterling Davis do this over on his channel, Sterling's Woodcraft. I gotta tell you, it works a treat. It's been about 24 hours. Should be all dry. Very close to the end of this, for better or for worse. I think it came out pretty good.
I think it's beautiful.
Well, I don't think it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. No, you always talk about the grain, and look how much you can actually see the grain of the wood now.
You really can, actually. Which is something you wouldn't get if you'd painted this or whitewashed it.
Right.
And the other thing that's really interesting about this technique is that it is literally skin deep.
You can just sand it,
Yeah.
and then you'll go back to the brown.
And it's like right below the surface. So the bleach doesn't penetrate that deep down into this. That being said, I don't think you're going to be going back to the walnut anytime.
No, never.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
It's the Joanna Gaines special. Can't you see that being like on Fixer Upper?
Yes.
If Joanna Gaines wants me to make her some walnut boxes, she is free to give me a call. I think everybody's happy, right?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Everybody's happy.
She's happy. He's happy. Everybody's happy. Walnuts for old people.